Tattoos are a form of permanent body art, allowing individuals to claim their individuality, express their personality, and decorate their bodies. Tattooing is the process of inserting pigment into the upper layers of the skin, so that's the epidermis and the dermis. This causes an immune reaction and a healing process in which phagocytes are released to come and engulf the larger particles of the ink. Once this healing process is over, the remaining particles are trapped and stabilized in the dermis layer of the skin, where they remain for a decade's time. In the long term, these particles will start moving around the body, which is what causes the tattoos to decay. First, let us look at what motivates people to get tattoos.
I decided when I was 18, I always liked tattoos, and I asked for my parents if I could get one tattoo, and I started getting one, and then it was like an addiction.
Something that I always wanted. I just spent many months, almost a year, thinking about what I wanted, and I ended up with this one.
I've always wanted to have a bunch. My uncle had a bunch when I was little, and he kind of was my start of me knowing that I always wanted to have them.
My Nana passed away and I wanted her handwriting on my body.
In our everyday lives, just with pop culture and also hip-hop culture, where we see tattoos everywhere, so we think it's normal.
Where do tattoos actually originate from? Well, archaeologists have identified the first set of tattoos on Iceman, a 5,200-year-old mummy found on the Italian-Austrian border. He had 62 small dots and crosses tattooed all over his body. The main locations were his lower spine, the right knee, and his ankle joints. Archaeologists believe that these were therapeutic tattoos aiming to relieve joint pain. The next set of tattoos were identified on female Egyptian mummies dating back to 2000 BCE. Originally, archaeologists believed that the tattoos found on them were a sign of prostitution. However, it turns out the tattoos were actually a form of protection during pregnancy and birth. Females had household items tattooed on their upper thighs, and then they had a special dotted pattern tattooed around their torso under their breast, which would then, during pregnancy, stretch out around the entire stomach, acting as a net of protection for the child so that pregnancy would go well. In each ancient culture, tattoos have different purposes and different meanings, different methods of giving them, and different materials, tools, and inks used. About that, let's see what Margot and Massimo have to say about tattoos. Both of them are two professionally licensed tattoo artists.
J'adore dessiner. Que dessiner sur les gens, c'est trop fun. Je dessinais déjà sur mes copains à l'école, sur leurs bras. Vraiment, quand j'étais au CO ou bien en école primaire, je dessinais sur tout le bras de mes amis, sur les miens aussi. Les profs, ils m'énervent, ils m'engueulaient parce que je dessinais trop sur mes bras aussi. De bien attendre ses 18 ans, voire peut-être même ses 20 ans. Parce que je pense que ce qu'on fait vraiment trop tôt, on a tendance à les regretter, ou pas les regretter plus tard, mais on les voit un peu différemment. J'aurais pu le faire un peu plus comme ça, comme ça. Juste de bien réfléchir. Je pense que ton premier tatou, c'est bien d'avoir réfléchi au tatou pendant bien une année avant.
Normalement, c'est 5 ans d'apprentissage. C'est le système un peu japonais, c'est ancestral. Qui veut dire que tu choisis un maître, tu te dévoues pour le maître, tu commences par le plus bas, et jusqu'à quand lui te dira, quand tu dessines, tu peins, tu fais de la sculpture, tu fais de l'art, quand lui te dira, maintenant tu viens et tu commences à faire ça, ça. Et c'est minimum entre 2 et 3 ans de dessin, et les 2 autres 2 ans, c'est que de la technique. Mais pendant 5 ans, tu dois donner tout à ton maître.
Although tattoos have gained popularity these past few years, society still fails to fully accept them. Tattoos still have an impact on one's social reputation and potentially their professional future. The bad, more like sad part.
Also, ich habe mich für einen Job als Stewardess beworben und da hatte ich das Tattoo am Arm noch nicht. Und ich wurde trotzdem abgelehnt, weil man eventuell das Tattoo am Rücken durch die Bluse sehen könnte. Und das ging gar nicht.
À la plage, au bistrot, au restaurant, oui. Oui, parce que on vit dans une époque où la télé montre une certaine image, mais en fait, On juge par rapport à comment on est habillé, mais pas par rapport à comment on peut parler ou comment on nous a éduqués. Donc oui, malheureusement encore.
Puis des fois, c'est vraiment plus quelque chose de méchant. Il y a plusieurs fois qu'on m'a arrêté dans la rue et puis qu'on m'a un peu harcelé avec ça.
Vraiment?
Ouais, bien les gens qui te prennent le bras comme si c'était une œuvre d'art, je peux voir, je peux toucher. Et puis en fait, non, laisse-moi tranquille, c'est ma peau, c'est moi.
Dann muss ich sagen, wenn du gut ausgebildet bist und dich gut präsentieren kannst, sind die Tattoos zweitrangig. Also wenn du weißt, wer du bist, was du machst und was du kannst, kannst du auch tätowiert sein. Aber du musst immer überlegen, was lass ich dir tätowieren.
We have exercised not having any bias and to focus on the interview, on the skill set and the ambitions of the candidate and not on the physical appearance.
Now, let us look at some of the health aspects revolving around tattoos according to dermatologist Miriam Volga. This is where it might get ugly.
The worst disease which I know to be potentially caused by tattooing is the transmission of hepatitis or HIV through unsanitary injections. In the event of improper injection and tattooing, skin infections mostly caused by Staphylococcus aureus can develop and can result in erythroplasia and impetigo contagiosa. In addition, tattoos or henna tattoos very often cause contact allergies. On the other hand, so far there is no reliable evidence that tattoos can cause cancer. However, it is questionable whether it is easier to overlook alternate navy and skin cancer in the tattooed skin. Currently, there is no evidence that the metals found in the ink are harmful to the human body. As a dermatologist, I recommend for regions with navy not to be tattooed, so they can be continued assessed reliably for health issues. Colors that are used should be used already decades, and getting tattooed by a licensed artist is very important. Personally, I still find the undesigned skin most beautiful. It changes over the years anyway, and certain skin zones will also continue growing forever.
There you have it. Tattoo art at a glimpse.